Hello, you sexy meatballs. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about this here video, the Victorian era couple that lives like it's the 19th century. And they are apparently extraordinary people. That's according to the New York Post, not according to me. Anyways, we opened this fantastic video with an establishing shot of a phonograph, just so that we can know that's really old timey here. Shitty music.
I'm Sarah Chrisman,
And I'm Gabriel Chrisman.
and we're the
Hi, I'm Dire Meatballs. I'm an asshole.
Victorian couple.
Nice to meet you. All right, so for those of y'all that don't know, phonograph is basically like an olden days iPod.
Well, we really love the Victorian era because it was a very dynamic time, and also it was a time characterized by optimism.
Yes, the 1800s were a dynamic time, certainly, but there were also a few big things going on. I'd say were definitely important, and it was good that they happened, but it was also tragic because lots of lives were lost, namely the Chicago fire. What else? Wasn't the White House burned, or the state capitol or U.S. Capitol burned in the 1800s by the Brits? And then also, Civil War. That was a pretty big thing that happened in the 19th century. Yeah, Underground Railroad, slavery. Are we going to talk about that at all? Probably not.
People had this idea that the world is getting better and better every day, and we can make it a better place, so we should.
We also love the aesthetic of the Victorian era. I think a lot of people are attracted to the style, the design, and the technology.
Personally, I'm attracted to central heating and air conditioning. I'm also attracted to light, the lack of disease, and not massive cast iron stoves in the middle of my house. Yeah, I'd say I'm attracted to that. Also, fun fact, probably you would scald yourself if you touch the outside on one of these. I'm pretty sure they get like really toasty on the outside because it's cast iron like through and through.
There were two things I wanted when I was a little girl. I wanted to live in the Victorian era, and I wanted to be a writer.
There were two things I wanted to be when I was a little boy. I wanted to be a dinosaur and I wanted to be filthy rich. But alas, I'm neither.
When I grew up, I found a way to do a little bit of the time travel, kind of, and to let it help my writing.
You don't live in a Jane Austen novel. I'm sorry.
And so when I'm writing about things I do every day, it gives them a very firm reality.
My question is, are her books, like, does she use a typewriter for those, or does she actually handwrite all of her books like she was earlier? Victorian secrets. Ooh, scandalous. Clearly, they don't stick with the 18th century design whenever they 230 people bought this? What? What? And yeah, also they don't stick with the 18th century dogma whenever they whenever they're publishing, are they? They just want to do it when it's convenient.
I ended up working as a librarian, which ends up being perfect for us. I get to help connect people with things that they're interested in, and I particularly love to just encourage people to go further with their interests.
So by go further with your interests, you're encouraging me. Bud, do you think you could help me out with one of my interests here? Scarlett Johansson. You might know her. Yeah, I'm kind of interested.
We are doing. We haven't missed any of the modern technologies that we've given up. Our house does have electricity. Electricity was something that was coming in the 1880s and 90s.
And it was here when we bought the house.
Yes, and the light bulbs that we use are period light bulbs with carbon filaments and such, and part of.
And they're mostly for when we have company.
Oh, so thoughtful. You light the place up for your company. Do you get rid of the 1800s disease and the all that stuff whenever they come over?
Yes.
No, probably not.
One of the things that first drew us to the late Victorian period was the clothing. I think that interests a lot of people. So all of our clothes are copied from originals that we have.
In the 19th century, people had different clothes for different activities. And so do we.
Hey, I have different clothes for different activities too. How interesting. I have gym clothes, I have Sunday clothes, I have business clothes, I have work clothes, and I have loungewear, which my loungewear consists of a bathrobe and underwear, and that's what I'm wearing right now.
I've always loved bikes. I've always loved the way that they've got you out into the world.
I hate bikes. It might just because I have massive fucking testicles, but I hate bikes. Every time I get on a bike, my balls get squished. It's like they're put in a hydraulic press between my body and the bike. It's horrible.
Way they connected you to other people. The feeling is very different. Riding on the ordinary, you're high above the ground. You're about the same height as you would be sitting on a horse.
Imagine falling from one of those things. God damn, you'd just break your head open.
And you get a great view, and everyone sees you.
Okay, now we've gotten to the deep meaning of this fascination with the 19th century. Everybody sees me. I'm doing it for attention. Please, look at me, look at me.
The reason that we do all these things is to bring ourselves a little closer to the past. And one thing is that food is a way to really directly connect. Food is something that everyone understands and everyone can experience. It's a very direct connection, the flavors and the smells and everything
Who eats squash? That is disgusting.
are something that you can directly experience.
The old cooking utensils and the old cooking appliances are wonderful. I love using the wood stove because it's so easy to control, so much easier to control than an electric stove.
No. Propane is easy to control. Electric stoves are easy to control. Wood stoves are not. You literally just shove the wood in there and pray it doesn't hit 1,000 degrees. No. No. No.
I really love my rotary egg beater.
Oh, yes, yes, a rotary egg beater. Why can't you just use a whisk in your hands? Huh?
Too, because
No, you gotta get all that rust and old iron and just let it fleck off into the egg yolk. That's what I use my egg beaters for.
you can see exactly how it's working.
Oh, there's so much rust on that. Look at that.
It's mechanical, there's no mystery to it. It's no magic black box.
What mystery is in a handheld egg beater? Like, what? I don't understand. Or even one of the little drill ones. Like, what mystery is that? Like, there's a couple cogs that turn when they're powered. Like, there's a motor in there that turns a couple of cogs and it spins. It's easy. It's not mystery. Fire hazard.
I think a lot of people have something that they really want to do deep in their heart,
Scarlett Johansson.
but they don't because they're afraid of what everyone else will say. And so part of what we do is we try to set an example to people that whatever your dreams are, they are possible, so you should go for them.